Hey guys, welcome to a new video. In this video, I will be giving you 7 study tips. So let's get started. My first tip is to rewrite your notes. I know it doesn't sound very fun and most of you guys are going to be like, I don't have enough time. But rewriting your notes help you memorize the concept and organize your notes in case you might want to refer to them later. P.S. You probably will. And while rewriting, it is very important to take out the useless bits of information and only keep points that are essential to your understanding of a concept. I also recommend rewriting your notes as soon as you get home from school or whenever you have time. That way, the lesson will still be fresh in your mind and you can also add useful points if necessary. My next tip is to have the right mindset. If you are constantly blaming somebody else because you got a bad score on an exam, then you will definitely get a bad score on your next exam. And if you keep on thinking that you will never get good at a subject or that you will always hate a subject, then you definitely won't get better at that subject. However, if you keep on thinking that you can improve as long as you try harder, then you're probably going to improve as long as you actually try harder. My third tip is to have a place to write down your questions. That way you won't forget them and you can ask the teacher the question if you are still stuck after trying to solve it for 10 to 15 minutes, in case that question does come up in a test or exam. You can also free up some space in your head because you aren't afraid of forgetting that question after 8 or 7 or 6 hours of sleep. You can also use these questions to test yourself when the assessments do come up, to test your understanding of that subject and know what concepts you need to study. My next study tip is to study in an organized study area. I find that if my desk is organized while I study, it kind of clears my head of the distractions and it also motivates me to study harder now that I have a pretty aesthetic and organized desk. Now, I know that most of you guys, including me, have a hard time keeping your desk organized. For me, I just organize or clean my desk a little bit each morning, like putting papers into the right folders, putting my pens and pencils into the right containers, and I find that that helps with keeping my desk clean and organized. My fifth tip is to create a study plan. By doing this, you lower the possibility of you scrambling and cramming to study a subject that you forgot was going to be on your assessment. You definitely want to be realistic with this. Like, don't write that you are going to study 5 hours of math and study all of the lessons in your textbook, because then you probably will not finish the tasks that you planned for yourself, and then you will feel very demotivated and not want to study at all. And then your whole day is just going to be you watching YouTube or watching other study videos to try to be motivated, try to get motivated. And let's be honest, everybody has done this, so you're not alone. The next study tip is to always study a little bit each day. That way you won't be panicking and trying to cram for your exams or tests when they come around the corner. You can study as little as 20 to 30 minutes a day, but just remember to do this. And last but not least, my 7th study tip is to take breaks. Taking breaks can help you focus better on your tasks, and it keeps you from over-exhausting yourself and then not doing anything for the last 4 hours of your day. The Pomodoro method is great for this. I usually study for 25 minutes and take a 5-minute break, or 50 minutes and a 10 to 15 minute break. And that's all there is for today's video. I really hope that you find these study tips helpful, and if you want to see more study related videos, then you should definitely subscribe and hit the notification bell. See you next week.